Okay, we're live. Let's put some music. Okay, welcome everyone to a new episode of our leadership series. This is episode 162. Isn't it incredible? And I'm welcoming an incredible guest, Heidi Schaefer. I am so honored and happy to have you with me. You're an incredible leader, an innovator, an award winner, coach, and a professional. So you've been in TEDx. So I'm just excited about today. And we're going to celebrate the launch of the Impact Boutique, right? Yeah. So many things. Welcome, my dear Heidi.
Thank you so much for having me.
So can you tell us this journey and how did it start and how you have planned it so beautifully in becoming such an influencer in your field and an expert?
Oh gosh. Okay, so it started, I think life is your journey. And for me, it started, early. So I was always interested in impacting people. Before this career, I had two other careers, which was first working for artists and realizing what the power of your voice and the power of your influence. Then I had my first burnout, went away to South Korea to sort of select myself, came back, and then stumbled upon innovation and design thinking. So I accidentally became the part of the first design thinking generation in Germany. Building it up. So I've always been like a pioneer type of person, building things up and creating. And I was then traveling around the globe for Fortune 500 companies. It blew up. We blew up with it. We had more responsibilities. And then came my second burnout. Ta-da!
Oh, really? So yeah. Is there a time is there a cycle that repeats itself? Is it like how many years do you get to really work intensively before you feel that again?
Exactly. It was overdoing. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding what burnout actually is or how exhaustion actually happens. So I don't think it's overworking. It is also work. For me, it's like outside in principle. So you always try to please the outside, but you're not listening to who you truly are and what is good for you and when there is a stop and if there's a fulfillment or if there's just, based upon your limiting beliefs, I'm not good enough. I have to prove myself. Life is hard. So I had this program and I became a mom. And then I was absolutely not going to give this to my daughter. I was like, this is no-go.
No, this is not going anywhere. Yeah.
No. Heal yourself, your children's children. Heal yourself, your children. Oh. And then I switched careers again. And that became sort of the blueprint for what I'm doing right now, which is, from identity crisis or from a situation where I'm stuck. I do not want to live this life anymore, but I don't know what else. So I knew back then that I was really good at things, but it wasn't me. I knew what I was good at, but not who I was. So that became the basis of the work that I've transformed into frameworks. First, clarity, purpose, visions, values, but then also, what I said earlier, the limiting beliefs. We can have great visions, but when we self-sabotage, we're never getting anywhere. So, and it can be really hard because we are in this program of proving, of creating another boot camp, basically. So first and foremost, I was happy, I was free, I was doing my own thing, but then I realized I was doing the same pattern again. I was working with Monday to Sunday with a newborn. And all of these reprogramming is the second base. That's the second C of my framework. So the 3 C's of change is clarity first, then cleansing your limiting beliefs and generational trauma.
Uh-huh.
The third C is back to innovation, the creation principle, which means fail early and often, prototype your way forward, prototype your life.
I have to pause here because these are too many great things. We're going to have to pause here. So let's just go back now. Let's go just one step before. And so you have discovered that each time you're feeling you're not doing what you really want and you overwhelmed, that's where you get into the crisis. And do you think today you can notice it better before it comes to you again?
Absolutely. I can notice it, but I won't do it anymore. That's the thing. So reprogramming the subconscious means the energy is gone. You're totally not energetically aligned with these patterns anymore. They're gone. That's what I found also so crazy when you start to work with the 95% of subconscious and not just about it and get the glue out, gunk out, the patterns out. It's boring. There's no energetic match. You're not doing it anymore. You're like, okay, I'm right now, which is uncomfortable first.
Yes.
But once you're like, okay, this is my new identity, let's explore, and it becomes so much more. It's easier. At the end of the day, it became so much easier. And I think this is also a feminine quality to receive, to rest, to allow, and that became also a kind of a flow state, I would say. So I'm not like I love to work. I'm on it. I love to create.
I can see that. What I love about you is you love to work with fun things to do. You worked with artists. You work with 500 companies. You love to jet set around the world. So how can we get a burnout and how can you get misaligned when these things happen? Because that's a dream for someone else. How does it happen?
You mean the burnout phase, or
how would you, when you go do things that are just so glamorous and beautiful, and you find is it because we tend to push ourselves a bit more than our body can take? What is it that? Yeah,
I think we go against. So we go against our values. We go against what we actually are because we think we have to do it because society programming our surrounding says this is the way to go, and we build up masks and roles that are actually not aligned with who we truly are, and that becomes so heavy. These roles and masks alone, I think, are so energetically draining without even realizing that we just we can't hold everything, and women especially. I mean, we hold so much.
We do.
Are like 100 roles, and plus people pleasing, plus feeling inadequate if you say stop, and putting up boundaries, because that is a threat to a lot of people when you're starting to become empowered and you're starting to become saying no to things. People, I mean,
they don't like it. They're like, no, this is not the version I had before. You just want someone who goes with the flow. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
So you were telling us about what are the 3 things that help you with that. So you started with clarity. Let's go back to the 3 things, and you can explain to us what it means, each one, and how do you apply it in your life?
Yes.
Okay.
The first one, clarity, means asking yourself, what is my purpose?
You go into these tools when you're in the way you are, right? So if somebody's looking at us today, watching us, is it's just, if you can do something else, you can do better. That's when you question, okay.
Yeah, you can do better, or you feel completely lost because it's not in alignment. You're trying to push harder, but you don't have the energy anymore, because energy comes when you're completely in alignment. It's effortless. But if you are in a role, if you're in a job, in a position, you have a business that maybe you've also outgrown, you've outlearned, right? So going back to very basic questions, what am I good at? What do people think I give value? Like, what is my value? It's very, very interesting if you don't just ask yourself, but if you ask other people, what
Yeah.
do you think I bring to the table?
Yeah.
Oftentimes very different. Up to the question, yeah.
It is interesting because you have to really bold and take the courage to ask people. You're like, what are they going to think about me? This is a difficult one to do. Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, have you tried? That's the thing. We think it's so difficult, but asking 20 people and then getting 10 answers, that's a lot of value. And oftentimes people feel humbled. That's my experience also from my master. They feel humbled and grateful that that you allow them to give you feedback about you, and then you're the inner circle, and it's a bit like giving you the prize. You're important to me. So sometimes it also goes the other way around. And going back to purpose work, it also asking the question of what wounds have I what wounds have I learned through, and what can I turn into wisdom? Because my current belief is there is no coincidence that we go through challenges, learn from something, digest it, bring it into a form that other people can actually benefit from. My identity crisis, I believe.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And it was for nothing. So that's the purpose work. The value work is extremely important, because then you can just create decisions on a very quick, snappy basis. If you know what your values are in terms of relationships, in terms of how you want to work, where you want to work, with whom you want to work, that goes also into vision work. Being pretty, I'm very I can be very detailed, and
I can see that, which is incredible, because it's sometimes we don't want to see the details. We're like, let's just close our eyes and not see that. Yeah.
So we don't take action, right? Because then it's this beautiful illusion, and it gives me comfort and safety. But in order to take action, it's better to be highly, detailed in terms of, okay, let's take relationships, for instance. How do you want to be in a partnership? How do you want to be as friend, as mother, as daughter, as sister, as co-worker, as leader, as CEO? Everything.
And all the hats, everything we carry. Like everything about us. Yeah.
Exactly. Where do you want to work? Again, how do you want to work? So before I was going all over, but I wanted to be a mom first and foremost. I didn't want to accidentally have a child,
Yeah. You plan it. It's like one of the things that you really want to achieve. And you knew that about you.
Yeah. I figured it out. So I didn't know that. It was very, very uncomfortable and very scary. But through these questions, through these frameworks, I figured it out. I set myself down as a coach to myself and said, yes, you're going to do this now. And it's now. It's not tomorrow, and it's not next year. It's not going to be a retreat. You're not going to wait until you have time. You take your time now, because we always have tons of things to do. I was a new mom, plus running a business at the time, another business, the innovation business. So that didn't close at all. So you have to take the time for yourself. So that's the third C.
Okay. So value, purpose,
and visions.
Yeah. And once we have these three,
once you have this three, you're really having a competitive advantage, because most people know what they want to move out of, but not what they want to move into.
Yes.
So that gives you the pull effect. Yeah. Ta-da!
Ta-da! And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that. Yes.
Exactly. But then you're pulled and you're like, oh, okay, I want to do this. But then your entire survival brain comes into place.
Okay. Then what do you do?
Yes. So unblock or unbecome yourself. So the old version of you that was
Has to go.
yeah, it has to go. I'm sorry, it has to go. And with it, all these limiting beliefs that keep you so stuck and so small.
Mm.
Because if you have a great vision, if you want to be a remote coach, or if you want to be, I don't know, speaking on stages, or at least, give your message across. And you have to be a stage fright.
You can't. You need to work on that. You need to that identity cannot carry my new vision. She has to go.
Yeah, bye.
How many times did you do that? Letting go of the old one to create a new one. Yeah, because that's so fun. We want to learn. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I'm so excited about this because it's just an opening awareness, because we're all the same. So if you were to count how many times you're like, okay, that one has to go. That one has to go again.
Yeah. So in all honesty, when I did the process, I work differently now with clients. But when I worked by myself, for 3 years solid, I was on a hunt for the quickest. So I'm very effective. I love time. I love the value of time. And I had to find the most effective tools in order to get the beliefs out of my system and out of my nervous system. Because I had a very I was in fight or flight all the time. My cortisol was very high. My nervous system was extremely unbalanced. So this was also coming into place. It's not the same for everybody, but it was for me. And so it's not really a matter of how often. It was like a constant. Right? It was a constant because I was using what I do today. It's energy work. So getting the out of your body, because it is imprinted in the body.
Absolutely.
And the limiting beliefs, like getting into the subconscious mind, talking to the subconscious, where are the blocks? Because you have to find the first energetic imprint. And now it gets a little bit spooky. I don't know if you're...
No, that's good. We love that. We love that. Let's go there. So you find the first energetic
imprint, which means it's probably not even yours, which means you jump to other generations.
Which means you have a heritage, a lineage they need to figure out. Where are you carrying with you?
Yeah. Which line or which body it was in.
Wow.
So I'll give you a concrete example. Oftentimes, let's say I'm unsafe, or I can't trust myself, or like limiting beliefs, or I'm unworthy. Comes from a situation where you were in a very traumatic situation. So, for instance, war, or when we jump timelines, oftentimes when I work with women, it is like somebody out in the woods, maybe raped, maybe has 5 kids, out in the blue, like there's nothing. War situation, nothing. And that gets carried on in your system.
Wow.
And that is so interesting, this work, because you only have to jump once to find it. And then you ask again, do you need anything else to learn in order to release it? Most of the times when you really got it, it's no. And then you can release it.
Wow.
And conscious gets you exactly, it's so intelligent, where you need to go.
That's incredible.
And you need to know.
I love this, because this is, and you said it in the beginning, it's getting spooky, but it's not. It's actually getting into the believing on things that you can't see, and almost like trusting that there is guidance, and that guidance can really open a new path in your life when you believe it. Yeah,
absolutely.
And I love the way you articulate it, because we carry so many wounds from the past. We carry so many wounds from other generation. We carry with us things we don't even know we carry. And
we have no idea. 95%.
Yeah, I know. We don't even know.
It's driving our life. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. It's incredible. And this is why these conversations are so powerful, because it's almost like it's okay what you have done so far. If you decide to go another direction, then just create a new identity and make sure that everything about you align with that new identity.
Yeah.
And I love that. Yeah. Well done, Heidi. I'm loving that. How do you feel today? How do you feel today? How does it feel to like, okay, I think now I'm in a good place in my life?
Yeah, exactly that way.
Yeah.
Very, very peaceful, very, very calm, very strong. So strong, and also, which is a very weird paradox, and soft at the same time.
Yes, yes.
Need armor anymore. Like I was super tense. Like my
Of
shoulders
course.
were like this, and
Yes.
I would, it's this is gone. Like this
Yes.
weight on my shoulder that my generations have carried, and
Right.
also, a lot of women in my lineage, they walk like this when they're, it's just, breathing. I had a
You
lot of
stand up like you dance in ballet now. Is like my head
I
up.
go to dancing all the time because it's
There we
just
go. There we go. See? So let me grab some comments here from Alison. It makes complete sense to me. What has been handed down from our ancestor is so often still running the show in our current lives.
yes,
And that's exactly what Heidi
yeah,
is saying.
yes,
Another one, completely agree. Ancestral energy still guides so much of our presence, but there is a way to release it. And this is what we learned today.
yes, absolutely. You can also talk to your subconscious, and I want to give you this right now, because sometimes when you're very intuitive, you can just ask, okay, I want to become that peaceful. How many parts of me are blocking that? And then and you can release the parts that you need to let go of. That sometimes, if you're very intuitive, you can do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we all have that part of us that is intuitive. It's just that it has been covered with so many, experiences and beliefs and just, what we've gone through. And sometimes we block it ourselves. We're scared of what we can discover about who we are. And so like, I don't want to go there. I just don't want to see it. Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. We're not told that actually what people say, the shadow part, or the negative emotions, that they're actually the portals to the transformation, the positive transformation. We think that, I also work with organizations, and it's very interesting to see. So it's, for instance, I do a 12-module program, which is called self-leadership and resilience. And what often happen, and there's no blaming, it's just how we are programmed, that it's just about taking in information. But each and every session of these 12, it's part information, but it's part action. And how many people take action?
Oh, very few.
Very few. Exactly.
Very few. Because they think they take action by thinking about the action.
Exactly.
No, I know. And it doesn't work that way. You gotta take your journal, write, and then really act on it. Absolutely.
Yes, and go through the mud, go through the feelings that are so uncomfortable,
Yeah.
that you want to scream, that you want to throw yourself out of the window. But if you go through them, then you're through them, and it's not this cloud over your head anymore. And so this is, I think, something we really, really need to unlearn. This consumerism when it comes to personal development, it doesn't make sense. Leave it. You can leave it. You can just go for, I don't know, take a shower instead. It's more
Yeah, because it's not a Netflix series that you're just gonna watch. You gotta have to do the thing and to transform. And sometimes activities may feel daunting and like stupid at times, but actually it ignites new channels in your mind when you sit and do them. I agree. And it's an invitation to everyone to approach that differently. To me, I don't even speak about personal development. To me, it's an elevation when you choose to go in that path and actually do it. And you decide that you're gonna take the time and sit and do the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. So tell us about your new launch of the Impact Boutique. Just 2 weeks. So we're celebrating it with you. Congratulations.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. So Impact Boutique is an app. It's an app where you find, it's actually a safe space for women to rewire, reinvent, and rise.
Mhm.
And there are a couple of, I'd say, journeys that you can take on in order to become more home to yourself, more
Mm.
free, but also
Yes.
gain this clarity.
Yes.
So, for instance, there's one challenge, just 5 days, which is called Prototype Your Life, or
Mhm.
Prototype Your Next Step. It's based upon the TEDx talk that I talked about, and where it's not about perfection, but it's about knowing. As a vision, you can also start with knowing how you want to feel for the rest of your life. That's a big vision. And
Mm.
if you know that, you can take action. So this is a one challenge. Then there's another challenge. It's a big, like, it's a growing toolbox basically for
I love
you to use and
it.
to elevate into the best version of yourself.
I love it. Congratulations. And we need something handy. So
Yes.
to be able to like, okay, I have it with me. It's here. It's okay. I can refer to. Yeah, a lot of congrats. Thank you, everyone. So I always ask my guest about this is a leadership series. So it's really the objective to get incredible leader like you to tell us how they paved their way to rise up as a leader in their field. And so what is it to you, the meaning of leadership? How can you explain it?
Living. Leadership is
Yeah.
living to the best and fullest capacity, and
Mm,
inspiring people along the way to do that
mm,
from a negative space, but
mm.
from a really truly. I mean, we use empowered all the time, but like truly powerful, which doesn't mean like which means, are you centered? Are you who you who you who you say you are? Are you truthful? Are you authentic? Are you making the most out of the time that you have here on planet Earth
Mm, I love that.
and creating something of value for other people?
Yeah.
I think that is very important as well.
Are you creating something of value? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you just living through life or are you making an impact? That's impact boutique, isn't it? Like, what are you doing?
Yes.
It is. It's true because that's what it is. We often, and I love how you say so simply, it's living. And a lot of time we get numb just to
Yes.
block our feelings. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm. And we see that. So, how this new version of yourself um, feels today about the whole experience that you had before? Because you worked with so many incredible things.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude, and then it's over.
And also, are you using some of the experiences, things that you've gone through, to help you put that into that app? And how can I, like, a version of me, will she? How could she be helped if she had that?
How could she be helped if she had that? If she had,
The app that you have today. Like, often may I say, if I had me maybe 10 years, 20 years ago, I would have seen
oh,
things differently.
oh yes, totally, absolutely. I would be
Mm,
so grateful for to have that. That's why I created this, because
mm.
I was so lost. And I was
Yes.
also very ashamed of being this lost. And having
Mhm.
this in an app, you don't even need to talk to somebody about it. You can
Yes.
by
Mm,
yourself. And most people who are in this messy stage of life, because there's so much performance out there,
mm,
because it's so much about smile and Instagram and all of that. Yeah, it's so hard for people, and harder to open up and and talk to each other. I mean,
mm,
we are so disconnected from ourselves, but we're also so disconnected from each other.
mm.
So this is a way to silently but powerfully really take the action, gently take the action that is needed to,
Mm.
to empower yourself, basically.
Yes.
Because it is always about, we don't, like, coaches are there to make you remember the power that you have within, not to get attached or, like, I don't know, to get the pills every now and then. It's not
Mm.
about that. It's about remembering. A good coach for me is somebody who points the finger and says, you can do this.
Yes.
yeah, who's a track coach. It's like, yeah, you can do this in under 3 minutes. And that would have been a tremendously helpful also for someone, because that's also a part, I think oftentimes it's completely changing right now, but having somebody with an experience rather than just the concept, the learned concept,
Yes,
is a different thing, because the one with experience digested it, went through it, has the empathy.
Yeah.
for
Towards
me.
the same, yeah, to someone who's going through the same thing. Yeah.
Yes, but still knows it's possible.
Mm.
You know this, when, I don't know, it's also in the Olympics, like when somebody breaks the record, everybody knows it is doable, and then somebody else breaks the record that gets even higher.
Yeah.
So that is the entire idea, when I want people to go like this,
Yeah.
not like this. So yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much. This has been incredible. Would you like to say one last thing to close off this incredible conversation? We can stay here for the whole day, because we can just navigate through your app and through the understanding of rewiring subconscious mind. But what would be a last advice you can offer to people watching us today?
A last advice. Yeah, follow your intuition. I think that's follow your heart first and foremost. Follow your heart, and because we are programmed to believe oftentimes our brain more, our survival brain, which says don't go for change because I can't keep you safe. And then these I'd say glimmers, not triggers, but glimmers that come up, follow them, because there's a reason for them. Even if you don't know how you're going to get there, you're going to get there, and mostly even more beautifully than you can imagine.
Absolutely. And how can we get understanding of Impact Boutique? Is there a website, something we can drop for people? What is your website?
Yes. My website is hedischaefer.com. It's also up there, but it's
on here. So everybody can pull it from exactly, it's here. So it's hedischaefer.com. Perfect. And we will have it also.
App Store and Play Store. So you can just Google, go into your app or Play Store and look for the Impact Boutique, and then you're in.
Bravo. Congratulations. Well, thank you so much for being with me this morning. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. It has been such a delight. And congratulations again.